una cordial bienvenida. We are thrilled to have with us the director, the music composer, Ricardo Valenzuela of the film Left Unsaid. So, before proceeding, I'd like to inform you that this press conference is being live streamed, allowing film enthusiasts and media professionals who are unable to attend in person to remotely follow us along. So, before going to the synopsis of the film, let's have a look at the trailer.
Oye, Clarita, ¿y cuando te tocó a ti, qué le dijiste a la tía Rosita?
Que vendías teléfonos, pero que era distinto porque tú no estabas en una oficina, pues.
Sí, po, esa es mi pega. Soy ejecutiva de ventas de la empresa Southern Connection, de la sede de Puerto Montt.
Han escuchado hablar de la telefonía celular? Usted comienza a pagar 3 meses después de haber firmado contrato con nosotros. ¿Cómo lo haya? ¿Ah? ¿Qué mejor?
Margarita Oyarzún y Aniceto Cuchife.
Buenas cifras, chiquillos, ¿ah? Han trabajado, se nota.
Felicitaciones.
Está enfermo y no nos habla.
¿Cómo? No nos habla, hace sus cosas, canta, pero a nosotros no nos dirige la palabra.
Mamá recasa son patúos.
Si así es la dinámica.
Gente afuera, ¿qué se creen?
¿Qué hay que hacer? Paciencia nomás, pues si es la mamá. Todo al alcance de su mano. Pero ni para esa guate. ¿Qué pasó, amiga? ¿Qué no? Ya pues, mamá.
Más hediondo.
Ay, Cucho.
¿Qué?
Esas cosas no se dicen.
Now, coming to the synopsis of the film, it is a Spanish film which is made in Chile and it is being showcased at IFFI under the Cinema of the World category. Year 1994, Puerto Montt technology has recently arrived in the southern part of the country. Margarita, a charismatic and ambitious single mother with a rising career as a seller of mobile phones, travels together with Cucho, her co worker, to different rural areas of the regional capital in search of clients. This boundless race for connectivity exposes communication conflicts in Margarita's personal life. She now must have to deal with her mother, a fanatical singer of Pope John Paul II. We are thrilled to have with us the director, the writer, and the composer of the film. So I'd now like to invite Ricardo for his opening remarks on the film.
Hello, everyone. Well, this is my first feature film, and it's about some events that I lived being a kid. The film is placed in Puerto Montt, that is in southern Chile. That is the place where I belong. And the films develops the world in like the technology and the new generations versus the traditional and old ways to do things, basically.
All right. So, Ricardo, this movie is set in 1994. That's the emergence of mobile communication technology, right? So, how did the idea come up? Did you have to do a lot of research before making the film?
The principal character, Margarita, it's based on my mother, that she have the same work, the same job, that is telephone mobile seller in those years, and she travels a lot offering this service in countryside of the town, and she had to a lot of problems with people offering this new technology. So that's the base of the inspiration that from the film.
So, Ricardo, as you mentioned, this is your first feature film. How was your experience? What all challenges did you have to face?
It was very difficult to make it. This is a little small film, but with a big heart. And we won a national fund to do it. So it took almost a month to do, and very small crew and not so much actors. There are the most of them are people from there, natural actors, no professionals, and it was very difficult, but at the same time very a very good, very exceptional way to do a movie. And now we have the results. So I am very glad.
So, I now open the floor to questions.
Sir, very good afternoon. Since your film is set in 1994 and you are most confirmed as an independent filmmaker doing most of the job with limited crew, other things, was how difficult shooting challenges to recreate the 1994 era? Was there any challenges? And you said this is related to your hometown in southern part of Chile. There's a lot of in this 30 plus years, there's a lot of change happened in city demography and other things, or it's remained like same how it is that economic growth and other things you had challenge.
Um, well, the movie is placed in those years, 1994, mid 90s, but we live. Sorry, Puerto Montt is placed in southern Chile, very southern Chile, so we don't have an advanced technology. So the years it doesn't have so much difference between the present and those years, but well, the art department made a very good work portraying those years. But the countryside, it's almost the same as at present to so those years.
So, even in India, what we see is at that time still that mobile towers were not there. I mean, today any period to recreate the wherever the person who want to shoot, they can see that mobile towers and other things before the mobile technology came. So those kind challenges you did not face.
Don't understand the question. Yeah, well, that is something that we have in common. A lot of people in the countryside in Chile are opposite in those new technologies. So they act. They when you are offering those kind of things, they act like a very aggressive way. Uh, because they think maybe it's disrespectful to them and to their traditions and to the way they see the life that is very old school. But we don't have we didn't have we didn't have any troubles making the film. But well, in those years, my mother have a lot of uh, troubles with the the job that she was doing.
Coming to one more, it's common to the almost Southern American country filmmakers. The Southern American country filmmakers, most of them, its official language is Spanish. But when it comes beyond your regions, when it's the moment everybody thinks it's made in Spain or other things, how do you overcome this identity? This one, and as an no, I mean, most of the southern and Latin countries, the official language will be Spanish. So we have got Spain also in Europe. So how did you overcome this identity? Because the moment we say it's Spanish language or anything, everybody thinks. I mean, this rest of the world beyond the Southern America or Latam, everybody thinks it's a Spanish movie. Spanish language means it's made in Spain or the Spanish filmmaker. Being an independent filmmaker like you, how do you overcome this identity that I am from Chile or Brazil, or how do this identity you will overcome? What are the strategies you will keep that in mind? That I am not a Spanish filmmaker, I am from Chile, like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Spanish is just the language. We speak Chilean, that it's more like a Spanish, but more spicy. And I don't feel like a Spanish director. I am Latin American, and I am very proud of that. And I am I want to represent my region in that way. I don't have any. Uh, I don't have any relation with the Europe in Spain. But well, the language is Spanish, and this is a Chilean film. I don't know if I answered the question. Thanks.
Congratulations, you have taken a unique subject which is applicable throughout the world, wherever we find in the developing countries as far as telephone technology is concerned. Even in India, also, we had the same experience, like Chile. What about the technical support and all, as far as in filmmaking? You had to go to Brazil, or you can do it at your place only. In Chile, you have got all the facilities as far as studio. Uh,
Yeah, we don't have so much industry, film industry in my country, in Chile. This, like I already told, this is a very small film. We won a very small fund to make it, but we had the opportunity to collaborate with some people, and then the film grew a lot. Now we have a co-production with Colombia. We have a sales agent in Berlin, in Germany, and well, I am here right now. So the film is very small, but it at the same time it becoming bigger. So I don't think that it's possible to make it a film like that only with the Chilean methods. It is not possible. I mean, we can, but no, know what the not we can do it, but it will still a small movie.
Are we expecting any collaboration between Chilean and Indian cinema films?
Yeah, I would love to do it, but I already asked, but we don't have a treat, a co-production treat between countries. Chile don't have a treat with the Indian government to make it, but it should be. I think that I am going to ask, and I am to make it the connections to make it possible.
Hello.
Hello.
I wanted to ask what inspired you to make the decision that Margarita's mother would be a singer who doesn't speak? Was that also a real life influence, or was that a symbolism of any kind?
Yeah, the I wanted to do a film about communication. Uh, in a Margarita is in a way of thinking, she's offering a communication service, but in her own life she doesn't communicate with her mother. So that is the whole thing between the whole things that the movie is developed. The communication is based on the communication. So I uh, think that it was very interesting that the grandmother don't speak to her family. Um, and it's also very common in our country, the how do you say the rancor, rancor, when you feel angry about something and you can leave it, you live with the angry inside your whole life. uh, it's very common in Chile. So um, I think that was interest to portray that. But it's about principle, it's about communication and the lack of that, well, the communication, the no communications.
Sir, how is the support from the Chilean government for film industry and filmmakers? Is there any kind of support from the government?
Yeah, we have a little support. We have a government funds that we can postulate, but it's almost controlled by the rich people, and it's controlled by the privileged ones. I am from the south of Chile. I am in Chile. I am no one, nobody knows me, but the government it make some effort to promote films, but not so much. And it's something that it very common in Latin America, in South America.
And related to infrastructure and other things, at least Santiago has anything, even at least private, where you will not depend on European countries like, as you said, Berlin or other countries to go for any other works related. At least Santiago has anything, maybe from private investors. The Santiago, capital city, at
Yes.
least that has got any film related infrastructures where you not filmmakers depend on European countries to go further,
Yeah.
like Berlin, as you
Yeah,
mentioned.
that's very sad. That's very sad. I lived in the south, so everybody says that Santiago is Chile, but it doesn't. Santiago, well, it's the capital city of Chile, and it's a very big city, very big and metropolitan city, but it's not Chile, and it's not the it's not a way to represent Chile. Uh, Chile have in the north have the desert, the one of the biggest. In the south, it's a very different geography, and we share a lot of cultures inside Chilean culture. So it's very sad that we have to go to Santiago to make a career, to make our lives in in project. I don't know how to say it, but that that's all.
Hi, Ricardo.
Hello.
So you mentioned that the film is about communication or the lack of it,
Yeah.
and it is set in 1994. But I think, speaking of the emotional landscape, even today, sitting in 2024, the issues we face are probably similar because with mobile phones and the internet and social media, we are connected like never before to the outside world. But somewhere communication, probably introspection and interpersonal communication among people close to us, that suffers. So do you think, what is your take on this? Somewhere is the core issue, does it remain the same from what it was in 1994? Do we face the same problem now?
Yeah, totally. I think that we are living the same problems with the smartphones, the new technologies that it, they are supposed to make our lives easier, but those technologies at the same time, at least my idea, it's that separate us and make the distance bigger because we only have the cell phone all day, the internet connected all day, the Wi-Fi. So I think it's the same problem that I am trying to portray in the movie, and it's very interesting that uh, so many years have passed and we have the same problems at present.
Good afternoon. I have a small curiosity actually. If I'm not wrong, the film is made in Portuguese language.
Yeah. No, it was wrong. It was a mistake. This is a Chilean film that is in Spanish.
Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that I wanted to correct it. Okay, and now the question is that you have made the film within 1 hour 17 minutes or something, 77 minutes, if I'm not wrong. The length duration of the film.
It's about a little more than an hour. It's
Yeah,
like
1 hour and 17 minutes. But that is conventionally we make films around 2 hours or at least 1.5 hours, right? Worldwide.
originally the film was like a little more than 2 hours, but then uh, we start to collaborate with those peoples and they suggest to reduce the
Yeah, that's where my question lies. That do you consider through the process? Have you considered that with the advancement in technology, the average attention power for an audience is decreasing, and for that, your film is dealing with communication, right? So, to grab the audience, you intentionally decrease the film length, duration length.
yeah. It was to add more rhythm to the film, the to become more, I don't know, more popular maybe. The generally I think that the films that have more than 2 hours of length are not so popular. Some people sleeps and so people leave the theaters. But I think that 1 hour, a little more than an hour, it's a very good length, and I don't think that sacrifice an important piece of the movie. So it's fine. To me, it's fine.
We can have one more question.
Hello. Is it shot on film, celluloid film? Because the aspect ratio is 4:3, I think.
Yeah. The aspect ratio it's like a tribute for those years, and the film have an issue with the VHS. The grandmother is a fanatic, a religion fanatic. So she have a lot of VHS tapes, and so it's a way to honor the that method of remember things, and principally it's a way to honor those years that don't have the full HD aspect ratio that we all see right now. And it's also, I think that it's beautiful, the square aspect ratio.
Unfortunately, we are running short of time, so let's bring this press conference to a close. Thank you all for your insightful questions, and thank you, Ricardo, for joining us on the dais. Before you go, would like to present a memento to you on behalf of the Press Information Bureau team.